Now, once you have these key points, then the next step was, so this was like the second step, right, in your SIFT algorithm. The next step was you will extract some kind of features from those locations. Now let's try to understand how we can do this. And this is going to be somewhat similar to when we're discussing about HOG feature extractor, right? So what you do, let's say this is your key point. Then you will know the scale of that key point. Okay. So what you do, let's zoom into this. You will see something like this, right? Then what's going to happen is for each pixel location, when you perform filtering, right, then you can compute gradient orientation. Okay, you find gradient in X direction, gradient in Y direction, then you can compute the orientation the same way you did for HOG features. And that way, for each pixel location, you will have some kind of orientation. And what you do is you use that orientation to compute this kind of histogram. Okay, so for each patch, you can do something like this. And then what will happen, you actually keep those orientations which are clearing some kind of threshold. And you will just ignore all the other orientations. Okay, for example, this particular patch, you will have all these pixels, right? And for every pixel, you will have some kind of orientation. So this is just showing histogram of that. And then you can see that multiple pixels are there which have this orientation. This is like, let's say 20 to 29 pin, right? So a lot of pixels have this orientation. Again, a lot of pixels have this orientation over here, which is, I think, around 300. So then these two are the most prominent orientations you have for this particular patch. So you will keep these and you will just ignore all the other orientations. And then the idea is you will say that, okay, at this pixel location or at this key point, you have two different orientations. One is this 20 degrees and the other is like 300 degrees. Okay, so one key point can have multiple orientations. So that's how you compute orientation for your key points.